One thing, okay?
Remember that little Peter in Daddy's bathroom? That one?
The Darth Vader in Daddy's bathroom?
No, I said spider. Little
Oh, spider. That makes a lot more sense. Okay.
Yeah.
Scooters.
Yeah, he's been gone for a while now. I wonder what happened to it.
Yeah, he probably found a better spot.
No.
Okay, I'm putting a comment in because we're doing something a little different this live stream. Sako has been preparing some questions. I know, Darth Vader in Dad's bathroom. That's what I heard too. And I was like, I'm really concerned about that. Preparing some questions to ask about your main characters. So if you want to come on stage here and be interviewed about your main characters, like
No.
characters.
We asked the chat the questions, and they put it in the chat, and we.
Oh, okay.
And,
Yeah, I was
and
gonna
we
put the
like
StreamYard
their
thing and have
answers.
people
Yeah.
come in one at a time. But you think you give the question and then everybody can give their answers at once in the chat?
Uh-huh.
Okay. So Sako has been preparing questions that we can all answer about our main characters for a little fun. And I promise there's not a Darth Vader in Daddy's bathroom. It was a spider. All right. So, how do you want to put the questions up?
I can put them in the private chat, and you can put them in a banner.
Okay.
Getting set up. I mean, if the dark side helps, I think that's fair.
Yeah, I mean, we'll sell our souls for writing a great book, right? Be Faustus. We got this. Okay. Now, I entered it. Now I need to show it. There we go. All right. First question to answer in the chat. Which character would absolutely accept a mysterious magical quest with 0 follow-up questions and instantly regret it?
Enzo. He does that all the time.
All the time? Oh my goodness.
All the time.
What causes him to regret it? He just says yes and then goes.
And goes, oh man, what did I sign up for?
Oh my goodness. Oh, which one of my characters would? I don't really have magic in my world, so it'd be much more interesting to think on this. I think Robbie. He's a golden retriever kind of guy who just, he's always willing to try. So.
Thirsty for action.
Thirsty for action. Then he gets in the middle of it and he gets annoyed.
Yep.
Okay, so here is another one. If a time traveler showed up and told one of your characters they are crucial to the timeline, who instantly abuses that power?
Again, Enzo. He's a time mage, so he abuses that time, that power all the time.
Did you have him in mind when you wrote these questions?
I did not, but here we are. If the shoe fits, you
know. Which one of my characters would abuse that power? I think maybe Gabe would. I think he'd have fun with it anyway.
Yeah.
And Sam says Herrick, he already gets away with everything. So he'd be so much worse.
Make it so much worse.
So
Yeah.
what kinds of things would your character do that would be abusing the power? That's my follow-up question I'm curious about.
Okay, so in my universe, there's something called paradox. And so magic has to be coincidental. So it looks like that, there has to be an explanation that the consensus can kind of, like go along with. Like instead of shooting a fireball from your hands, maybe you blow that, you use entropy to blow that, power box up on the
So it's something
on
that
the
like
telephone pole. Yeah.
regular world can come up with a logical explanation for. Like, we don't have to believe magic exists. Like, clearly this happened because there was a fuse.
Clearly this happened because something else like went haywire. And I had nothing to do with it. What are you talking about?
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
So how would the character then, like, because they're crucial to the timeline, does that mean they get more reckless with things? They know
Yeah,
they're safe.
they do. Yes, they do.
Sam says he'd make up laws, convince others with his smooth talk that they're real and they have to follow them. Stalker be stalking more. Flirty be flirting more. Maybe he should do that.
That's a blast. Oh my gosh.
Okay, let's see. What is the next question? Whose death would cause the rest of your cast to react entirely incorrectly? Laughing, spontaneous poetry slam, a fist fight with a tree. You wrote these. And you're like, yes, I'm so entertained by these.
I am. Because, like, when I get in the zone, I just,
Yeah.
half the time I don't know what I'm even writing. So, incorrectly. Enzo actually dies. Spoiler alert.
How do other people?
So, people would get into a fist fight with a tree and lose.
So they'd be very upset.
It would be very upsetting.
This is an interesting one because it's like the entire rest of the cast, not a particular person reacting incorrectly. So that is fascinating. Who would that be for me? Okay, well, Sam says Regis's death would make others go insane, probably amid cries of, but I was so sure he was a god. And bets being collected, crying, fighting, drinking, everything. Bets being collected. That's a good and probably laughing because it would be his own fault, and they told him no to begin with. Yeah. I am having trouble coming up with anyone for this. I don't like to think about my characters dying.
Oh, then don't have to answer it if it's like causing you angst.
Like my characters suffer maybe, but I don't know that any of them ever die. Okay, we got some more questions. If a cosmic being forced one of your characters to relive the most embarrassing moment of your own life, who suffers the most? Okay, you have to give an answer to that because I don't fully understand the question. So help me out.
Okay, so they have to not relive, but live the most embarrassing moment of my life. So, Story time.
Yes,
I was
embarrassing story.
skipping class in high school, and I was skipping with this guy that I was super crushing on. And it's a smattering of friends that are all kind of doing this. When we escape into the woods and smoke pot and like just be miscreants. And I had to go to the bathroom really, really bad. And I'm in the woods. So I drop trow and I start doing my business, and he approaches me and I freak out. I fall into my own piss, and that was pretty embarrassing.
Okay, so you have a character who is living that moment, and
probably Panda, probably Pandora Tran, my techno mage. She is kind of she's not really one to go camping or go trolloping into the woods or anything like that. So just being in the woods would be embarrassing enough for her.
Sam would suffer the most, just having to watch it happening, because then it brings back all those memories.
The big burly men would tease me forever.
But it would be in good fun, right?
Yeah, you bet.
Let's see. Which character would try to fight God, not metaphorically, but literally, with a household object?
Let's see. Who fought? I don't know. I don't really fight gods. Probably Lorenzo Giovanni. He is archmage who can no longer exist on Earth because his very presence is vulgar. So if anybody's gonna find a god, it's probably gonna be him. He would probably lose.
I would expect that when we're talking god level powers, but who knows?
Who knows? With a household object. The household object would be a lamp.
Again, I write contemporary romance, so these scenarios don't really happen, but I do think that Stuart would be the one, if anybody ever threatens, the people that he cares about, he is going to do absolutely everything to protect and save them.
Mm-hmm.
Grabbing whatever is nearby, he will throw himself into the middle of things, which I think in the current book that I'm writing about him, that is a detriment in a way. I think the woman that he is currently dating is going to not like that he is kind of always trying to be the hero and the savior, and she's going to push back on that, force him to confront some things about why he puts himself in danger to constantly be like protecting people.
White Knight syndrome.
Yeah. He has some survivor guilt from a long time ago, and I think that's one of the ways that it manifests.
Wow. That sounds so fun. I would really like to read that.
All right. Sam would have all of them with their bare hands would be fighting gods, but mostly Regis. No fear, and the other boys think he's a god anyway. Dig the god's heart out with a spoon. Oh, that sounds like a fun scene to read.
Yep.
All right. If anybody is just joining us, because the number is going up in the corner, so I think that means there might be more people checking in. Sako, some cool prompts for us to think about which characters in our own multiverses would do different things, and just posting in the comments about what they would do. So this one is, which character would try to fight God, like literally God, with a household object?
So that's like a two-part question, right?
Yeah. Who is it and what household object? You got a lot of reactions going on. Nothing happened.
Yeah, that is inside of my brain, just flying out of my head. Yeah.
All right, so here's another one. If all your characters suddenly gain the ability to hear your inner monologue while writing them, who files the first lawsuit?
Dr. Renandio Suntao, my vampire / mad doctor, he would not like my inner monologue. Oh no, even better, Annalie. Annalie is in my whip right now. She my vampire sapphic romance. She doesn't like people with death wishes. Well, excuse me, she loves people with death wishes. She would like to prevent the death. And she would file the first lawsuit. Like she just nope, don't think like that. Don't like it.
I think for me, it would be Jack. I think that he would be really annoyed. Like, you are the one who put me in this situation. Like, I didn't have to be here. You are trying to ruin my life. I'm going to take that personally.
Oh, wow. Those are some inner monologue thoughts.
He's not happy about where his current fate is, and if he knew that there was somebody who had control over putting him into that situation, he would be very pissed off.
Yeah.
Okay, you just keep on coming with these. I feel like maybe I should go back to some of the beginning ones in case there's anybody new, but you've got more and more. So
I've got more and more. Yeah.
If your least stable character had to babysit your most stable character, how long before a government agency gets involved? These are so funny. They definitely do spark like ideas for new like scenes or variations and
little shorts, maybe some flash with your character,
Okay, who is my least stable character? Well, honestly, yeah. Stuart is my most stable character, and his girlfriend Leah is the least stable character. So they are already around each other a lot. I wonder what situation would have Leah having to be the responsible one. Maybe if he's like under anesthesia or something like that. That would be
getting his wisdom teeth out.
Doxy, he's a hyper panicking golden retriever. Hearing my thoughts would make him go into protective mode while being embarrassed over his love life plot. Oh, that sounds like a cute character. I love how many different variations of characters there are. Like, stuck in my own head with my own familiar character archetypes that I forget how many options there really are. There's just like endless variations.
That's so awesome.
Do you have an answer for this question?
Oh, let's see. My least stable character would be Lorenzo. He's not he doesn't have a level head anywhere near him. And then Pandora would probably get a hold of the government agency and be like, take him away from me right now, please. But
Lorenzo the same character or a different character than Enzo?
It's same guy.
Okay. Because I thought
Same guy.
Enzo, it might be a nickname for Lorenzo.
It is a nickname, yes.
And Sam says, most stable is Slayeth, and he already babysits the madness. More like watching the chaos and prodding it along. The government entity will probably be emergency services first. Least stable. What would put them in the situation where they have to be the one babysitting?
Yeah.
This question's so interesting. And the least stable character is the one babysitting everybody else, or the stable character who is not going to like that. Oh, I'm already thinking about that. I like this idea.
Mm.
Might be an opportunity for Leah to prove that she does not need Stuart to be like white knighting her.
Lorenzo would try to white knight Pandora, and Pandora wouldn't put up with it.
Sam has no stable characters.
I have no idea who's
Or
stable.
unstable. Yeah,
Or unstable. Okay.
You're all reliable.
You're all reliable.
They probably need to be the scenarios that they get put into. Which character would absolutely accept a cursed artifact just because it matches their aesthetic? I'm assuming that means they know it's a cursed artifact and they're like, it's cute. I'm going to take it anyway.
It's cute. I'm taking it anyway. Again, probably Lorenzo. He, or probably my artist, Wyvern. She would pick up like cursed artifacts if it would look good in her club. Like she has a nightclub that is vampire themed, being run by actual vampires. And she hires other artists to make art for her club. And if she found a cursed artifact that would match the decor of her club, she would snatch it up.
I don't know. This makes me want to create a new character just for that.
Ooh.
A neighbor whose daughter, I would say, would do this. So now I'm like, oh, I need to write a character based on her, because 100% she would do that.
Right on.
Oh, so they're all very unstable, but Slayeth is just the least because he's older and has to deal with stuff. But they're all so unstable, you can't pick one as the most unstable. Maybe Bertrand is the least stable, but still emergency. I guess that's like emergency situation. He's already done so. Calling emergency services, because he's already almost done it. So
yeah.
Cursed object always makes me think of my favorite childhood stories of John Bellairs, which I mentioned in another stream, but those books always have like some kind of a tchotchke that a wizard has put their soul into, and
stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and something that people are just drawn to and they can't figure out why, but they just have to have it near them. Like the ring. Okay, let's see. We got another one here. If every character is forced to confront the one plot hole you hope no one would notice, who has a complete existential meltdown? Oh, I have a hard time with like leaving plot holes in, and I'm sure there are
Me
some.
too.
Yeah.
Me too.
Important to me, and there are some booktubers that I listen to where they will read like really dumb, like romance, but it's just meant to be, you know, fluffy or sexy, but not like, don't take it too seriously. And like
Mm-hmm.
one of them always says, what have we learned? It does not have to make sense. I'm like, if only. Then I could really pump out the books, right? If it didn't have to make sense, but I can't help it. It has to make sense.
It has to make sense. It has to flow. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't.
I do have some open threads in book 1 of the Hellforge series. I'm working on the sequel to Flambeau right now.
So not necessarily a plot hole, but some open
Threads that I intend on getting to in later books. Yeah. So, I think everybody would, like my cast, all of my characters would say the same thing. When is Iris going to meet up with her mom?
Okay.
She's been avoiding her mother for years and years and years. She's a child of the system. So it's her birth mom that she's having trouble with.
That sounds like she has an existential crisis if like she realizes, ooh, that's where we're heading, huh? Ooh, that'll be an interesting confrontation.
Yep. Yep. I have no idea how it's going to go yet, but there's been a request from like 4 people asking for this scene. So I got to weasel it into my manuscript somewhere.
Yeah, you have to take that time to just let your mind wander and figure out, what is this going to look like? What's the result going to be? That kind of thing.
Yep. What's the catalyst? What's the wrap up? Yeah.
All right. So for the previous question about the cursed object, Sam says, Fedvich, what are you doing to me, making me pronounce these names? He's all about aesthetic, people pleasing, and taking chances. He's the most decorative and doesn't mind curses. He lives with the other men. He's already cursed.
It can't get much worse than this, right?
And for the next one, Doxy. It's not perfect. Everything has to be perfect. He's got to fix it because he's the youngest and newest member, so fixing the plot hole would be a way to prove himself. Okay. So you've got a wide variety cast of characters, Sam. So all of these guys are living together, and I know you told me, like, and I can't remember now, it wasn't a mafia, it was something else that like connected them all. So remind me in the chat what how all these guys are part of the same thing and coming together.
Like a squad or a like an organization of some kind, right?
That's what I'm vaguely remembering. My memory is super terrible, so I think it was something along those lines, but Sam will
tell us more.
Sure.
Tell us more.
Okay, here we go. Group of mercenaries. Okay. Regis is a leader who was forced into dukedom for his grand deeds in the war against the tyrant. Forced into it.
Oh like, man, if only that were real. Holy cow.
So is it a series where like each of the mercenaries has like their story, or is it like there's a larger plot outside of them going on and they each interact with it in different ways? I'll have to read it at some point, obviously, but I have not, because I only just found out you people existed. Oh my goodness. And while Sam is thinking on that one, here is another question. Which character would go feral, not metaphorically, if denied their snack for 24 hours?
Cheetos and that energy drink balls in the blue bottle for Pandora when she's like hacking and stuff. Like she would lose her ever living mind if she didn't have like either of those things. It's a ritual. Like she's got to have both of those.
Which of my characters is that attached to their snacks? I feel like Robbie is very attached to snacks, but I can't picture him actually going feral for anything.
It was abstaining. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. So this is really opening my mind that I need more variety of characters, like to be able to have characters who would do these sorts of things.
Hey, maybe so.
Okay, Sam is giving us some more details here. So we've read the group of mercenaries. Now, Slayeth and Bertrand are the oldest. They raised Regis. Harry was the tyrant's son who got them in to kill the tyrant. Fedvich is an accidental recruit who was once a man whore. He can't be a man whore anymore now that he's a mercenary. And Doxy is the puppy. Aww. My Husband Wants is the series name. Oh, okay, yeah, I do remember that. Novellas. First two are out, ebook and paperback. They're hilarious while also having trauma healing. So Regis, Harry, and Karn have their own books. Fedvik and Doxy share a book.
Cool.
All right. So do you have like a publication schedule planned for, like, are the books written? Are they almost written? Like, because you said two of them are out. So there's definitely more like in
Coming
ready.
line.
Yeah. Harry's got the most addictive personality. Well, that's a good way to look at it. Yeah. Who has an addictive personality? That might be Jack again. He's pretty demanding. Okay. Fedvik is still a man whore. Okay. Whew. The My Husband Wants as titles is such an interesting way of doing it. I don't know. It's like, I'm so fascinated by that. Are they hetero romances or not?
I am curious as well.
Yeah, because this is sounding very like not. And then otherwise I would think like the titles would be from the perspective of the partner. So yeah, very interesting. I like that way of tying it together with the titles. Fedvik and Doxy's should be out by end of March, I hope. Karn's book should be around May, I hope. Then I'll run a Kickstarter for an omnibus. Oh, very nice. Then comes My Wife Wants series. Which is like the second season. Fun. That's a great
That
plan.
is industrious and ambitious, and quick release is scary, and Godspeed.
And these are relatively short, I think, because they're novellas, so that does help. But I'm always like, I think
But still, just a couple months. Just a couple months difference. Like, that's not enough time to, like, edit and proofread and have it formatted and
like
set it up and
factory you've got going there. Like, you might be, you're outlining book 5 while book 2 is being edited, and you might have some kind of a strategy.
That's what I did. Yeah.
Fast. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So there's a variety. Regis and Harry are hetero, but this world is very open about sexual orientation. You love who you love. They all have had one another for funsies. I have a friend who I think would really like this series. I'm going to recommend it to her. Fedvik and Doxy are definitely gay. Their title is My Husband Wants to Keep Me Gay. Why does that title remind me of a Chuck Tingle title?
Good old Chuck Tingle.
Oh, classic. I love this plan. I hope that you're able to hit those goals. I know I'm always thinking I can make things happen faster than I actually can, and I have learned not to make promises. I missed a pre-order deadline and I felt so bad. So I'm not allowed to do pre-orders on Amazon for a year, which is fine because I really should not be doing them because I cannot actually get things done when I think I'm going to get them done. But 4 were fully written in 20 days. Didn't have time to make plot holes. Oh my gosh, you were just inspired, riding a wave there. Amazing. Oh my gosh, I can't even imagine. Very, very nice. I have a novella now that I have been working on during some of these streams, but I thought I was going to release it at the end of January, and it's like
February now.
of February, and I am still like, it's so close, but I still have to like reread it over and over again to get like the flow right, and like, oh wait, why was he in this room? He was here last time.
Consistency and yeah.
If only it didn't have to make sense.
Because
it's like 100-page romance. Come on. But no, it has to make sense. Pre-orders scare me, so I just pop them up and then start advertising dates along with the quotes and fun stuff. Yep, that's a good way to do it, I think. And when you have the like teaser for the book 2 at the end of book 1 and get that read through, like if you have all the books relatively well prepared, you can really set that up well. So yeah, that's a good way to do it.
I'm being called. Let me cancel that call.
I feel like I'm tempted to do pre-orders because as soon as I have an idea, I immediately want to share it. I want to be like, oh, this is the thing. It's going to be coming. I'm like, just send that to your newsletter. Like, you don't have to make it.
Send it to your newsletter.
And put yourself under that stress of a real deadline. So, but I'm starting to learn even then. Don't tell them, it's coming out this month or whatever. Like,
I tried that and it didn't work.
Yeah. I have 2 really good fans on TikTok. So here's hoping I get more, but I have 2 like super fans that actually keep up with everything that I'm doing. And I guess I had originally said that the next novella that was coming out was going to be one called How to Manipulate an Aries. And then I got inspired, and that one I was having a lot of trouble with. So I switched over and started doing this swiped left one that went a lot smoother. And so I put up like a thing about like the next thing coming up is swiped left. And this person commented and was like, wait a minute, I thought it was this other one. I was like, oh, okay. Well, the thing is.
So here's the thing.
The muse is fickle. And
yeah. Shiny object syndrome.
He's happy with whatever I publish. So. But it was just funny that somebody actually noticed and was like, wait a minute, I thought you said this other order. And I'm like, I did say that.
Yeah, I kind of did. Yeah.
All right. So let's see. We have another question. I feel bad we don't have more people participating, but I think it's tough. Like middle of the day on Saturday, it's Valentine's Day. We've been at this for a while. It's kind of like, yeah, let's take our break not on a live stream, which is fair. Okay. If your entire cast had to share one collective body for a day, whose turn at the wheel ends in an international incident?
This one I did think about my character. So Pandora is a gray hat. She does white hat stuff for companies or for the government, and then black hat stuff for companies. That's what I meant. Blah, 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 blah. So half of what she does by the standards of the US, by those laws, she is considered a terrorist. So basically anything that she does is an international incident. She's Vietnamese. She's Vietnamese American. So yeah.
That'd be fun.
She would. She just has to breathe, and there's an international incident.
Alarm bells are going off. So turn the wheel. I'm going to say David from The World Between Us. He is impulsive and self-centered, so I think he would cause a lot of trouble. And Sam says Doxy would probably end up being last in the body, so he'd have to deal with the consequences from the others. That would be a cool story. So it would start at the top of the pecking order, and then Doxy would be like cleaning up
and then whittle down. Yeah.
I love that.
Another question mark.
Few minutes, because we've got 15 minutes left on this break. So yeah, tell me, how has the marathon been going for you, Sako? Has it been like
last stream I finished writing the session for my DC by Night Capital Vale game that I just started up. We had our first session last night, and I got their wishes for the next issue, for the next episode. So I wrote a bunch of lore and like a module basically for the session, and which hopefully encompasses all their wishes. And yeah,
a lot of responsibility. I don't think many DMs like take that much into account of like everything that people are asking for.
Yep.
So is it going to be next Friday that you do it again?
Not next Friday, but the Friday after, the 27th.
Well ahead of schedule. You're ready to go.
I like to get it done really fast and then just sit on it and then review my notes before I run.
Yeah, that's true. Like while the iron's hot, remembering what just happened.
Iron's hot, while I still have the memory of everything that happened the night before.
Yeah. So do you ever write role-playing games into books?
Yes, I do. So my first book is released under White Wolf's Dark Pack fan label.
Oh, fantastic. Wow.
It is technically the prelude for a virtual adept. So it's my cyberpunk thriller.
Cool.
Yep. And then The Damned Hitman was a Mage the Ascension game that was 5 years long, 6 years long.
Oh my
and I'm writing that, and I've written extra stuff too, so I've written that into, I have my game notes, which work as my writing notes.
Yeah. Some amazing stories that come out of game sessions. And
I love collaborative storytelling.
my husband as well. He loves Exalted is his favorite system.
Exalted.
But yeah, I'm gonna get the two of you together. My goodness. Yeah,
Mm.
D&D as well, and I think he's definitely played Mage.
That is that takes a mindset that not a lot of role players take,
Oh yeah.
I think. So the cool thing about Mage is that you can do literally anything and you can make the system work for you.
Mm. Hey Brad,
Rather,
have you done a Mage game before?
Yeah,
Were you DMing or you were a player?
I have done both.
Both.
I have way more experience as a player than a DM.
Okay, so he's run games and been in them, but more experience as a player. When he was in college, I think he was in 7. Is that right? 7 role-playing games at the same time?
What?
When you were in college,
I try not to do that.
I think it was 8.
8.
That's
That
a
was
lot.
College is a different universe, but he does love role-playing games. I do not. I don't like being creative on the spot. I don't like.
Oh, so the improv,
Yeah,
You
like I can
know.
be very creative and tell stories, but I have to have the time to like think about it first. I feel way too vulnerable and exposed if I'm trying to tell a story in the moment. But
Oh,
his
I see.
stuff is amazing, and he does the accents and everything. Hi.
I also had a problem saying no in college, which is why I ended up in 8, in addition to loving role playing.
Mm.
I took a hiatus from GMing for like all of 2024
Oh wow.
because I burned myself out.
Yeah.
I was running 7 games
Wow.
and playing in 3. And this year I'm trying to play more games than I'm running.
Always a challenge, I hear.
It's
Once-
hard.
Yeah, I'm
It's
like,
hard.
everybody just wants you to do that because everyone wants to get to be a player.
I mean, that's true. My group of friends have all had so much experience DMing that I get it pretty even. Right now, I'm DMing 2 games, one for teenagers and one for my friends.
Yeah, he gets to do it for his work because he is a teacher, and they
Oh, perfect.
pay him extra to run an after-school D&D club.
Yeah.
That's
It
so cool.
gained so much popularity from Stranger Things, so all of these kids are like, "Oh, we want to try that," which is a lot of fun. So yeah, we're storytellers in different ways. Like he doesn't write stories, but he does this spontaneous storytelling, and I'm the opposite. I'm like, if I go away and think about it for a while, I'll come up with a story, but I can't share it on the spot.
Well, you would be an excellent DM.
Oh, why I would be an excellent DM. My goodness.
You would.
Never thought about that.
You just come up with the prompts, you come up with some story seeds, and then however they get to the end product is up to them. That's how I run. I'm
Yeah.
like, this is what I want to happen in this scene. And how they get there is part of the fun.
Yeah. It's very interesting. I wonder if there's a way, because like I want to write something that has a more epic scope to it.
Mhm.
My dream right now is to write a sequel to Treasure Island, which is my favorite book of all time.
Oh.
And it is wide open for a sequel because Long John Silver escapes at the end of the book with a handful of treasure and disappears to meet up with his wife. And it's like, oh, okay, like, where does he meet up with her? What happens when he shows up without the amount of treasure that they were expecting? Like, she sold their restaurant in Bristol and like left England to prepare for this, and now it's not going to happen. So I'm picturing like I want this epic high seas kind of romantasy, I guess, adventure romance. And it's so outside the scope of anything I've done before. So it's just this idea seed that's sitting there. I'm just like, I have no idea what any of the plot points would be or how it would come together, but I bet that I could fit it in some way into a role-playing game in order to sort of spark ideas of how.
Oh, you bet. Freeform? You bet. Yeah.
That is something to consider. Yeah.
That would be crafty, I think, to kind of like rope in like a panel
My friends
that
are
you
actually
can bounce these ideas off of, and their responses would influence your story. And yeah,
I wonder what the legal implications of that would be. When I come
you
up
would want to sign,
They-
like
no,
have them sign waivers or contracts or something, you know, so that the intellectual property belongs to the writer, but the rights to said intellectual property would be theirs.
Yeah, definitely something interesting to consider. Think about that one. Wow. Yeah.
Something to consider.
Cool. Yeah. I have all kinds of new thoughts and ideas from this break.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to give you shiny object syndrome.
It's delightful because I mean I'm kind of stuck in some of these things, so it's nice to get shaken up a little bit. Like let's try something new and
Let's try something new. Yeah. I'm excited to hear your projects, and I wish you the best in the progress of creativity.
I'll have to let you know when the Stewart story is ready. He's a character that came about in my very first book as the love interest, and then I was telling some people in another stream like he became very popular with my audience, and I've done some other short stories about him, but I want to bring it all together and kind of tell a longer story about his life and like just get rid of the heroine from the first book because she was very much a self-insert and I have grown as a person and she has not, and I don't like her very much and I don't want to write about her, but I want to take Stewart out because I adore him and tell like new stories with him. So that's kind of like on the agenda for later this year.
Right on. Right
Cool.
on. No, but I'm ching.
Andy just showed up. Hello, Andy.
Hello, Andy. Good to see you.
Doing some prompts and questions, and I've shared the link to the next stream. Yes, it's changed. Oh gosh, okay, definitely. And this time I do have the spreadsheet open. So the next one is 1 to 3. It is Allie on Authortube, and I will put the link in now. This is your next one, everybody. Why is it not copying? Hold on. Hold that thought. What are you doing?
Right click copy, maybe.
My goodness. Even like highlighting it is being very weird. Copying and pasting content outside this file has been disabled. Oh no, Sam, what have you done? You're trying to protect us. I can't copy it. Okay, I can manually copy it over. Just give me a second. And I'm going to lower that down. Okay, here we go. See, this will take me to the end of our time. HTTPS www.youtube.com/watch?v equals 9BQM. I think it's an I8 ATWQ. All right, let's see if that works. I'm going to try going to it on YouTube. Going into my other one. Click that link and oh no, it did not go to the right link. This video isn't available anymore. Okay, we got a little bit of a
Oh yeah, go ahead and give Sam a wrench.
a wrench. That's a good idea. That is a good idea. That would solve some problems. All right, here we go. And as moderator. And I'm going to see how it looks in the playlist.
Wrench Sam up. Wrench Sam.
You should have it now. 1512. Scheduled. Okay, here's ours. Updated link. It looks like it has updated in the playlist, so that is good. I believe it's all right in the playlist. Yes.
Okay, she posted the thing. Yeah.
Okay. So the link is in the comments and the playlist is correct. It did update. I just checked that. So
Okay.
good to go on to the next one. And thank you, everybody. If you want to come back at any point and check out these prompts, they're good for getting the juices flowing in the brain. All right. See you all soon.